This is the cheapest matte screen protector that I could find on Amazon. Is it better than Paperlike? Let's find out. Tony here, we talk art and design tech. Consider subscribing. Links below to all of the items in this video to save you time. I have found another screen protector that kind of feels like paper, just a little bit. I was surprised that I was able to find two, but is it worth it? The matte screen protector is Super Shield and it is $8.99 on Amazon. This screen protector is anti-glare, scratch, scrape, and dust resistance. It comes with a small gray cleaning cloth and a business card size piece of laminated cardstock to press out air bubbles. For the price of $8.99, you also get 3 screen protectors, which is awesome. But you can really feel the price drop with the cleaning cloth, as well as the business card for the air bubbles. The cleaning cloth does feel a bit rough, and it doesn't have the same smoothness of other brands for $1 or $2 more. I'm being a bit picky. I want to give you an idea of what to expect and if this screen protector fits your needs. Even though the business card that is in the package feels a little cheap, it's still effective and I have no problem with it getting the job done. I purchased this on Amazon, but it looks like Super Shield offers a lifetime warranty when you register on their site. The application process is very similar and minimal, similar to Paperlike. So there's no additional instructions or stickers in the package as guides to apply the screen protector. I just removed the film on the top of it, on the surface of the iPad, and then removed the top layer. I will say during the application process, this screen protector felt very static. I've never felt that before, but it attracted a lot of hair on the top of the screen protector, and it almost magnetized it to the surface of the iPad, which you would think would be a great thing, but it was a lot harder to control the placement of it. And ultimately, when I placed this on the screen protector was at a bit of an angle, and some of the screen protector was hanging off of the edge of the iPad. Little user error here, but the static definitely helped mess it up. I will say that when I got it applied to the iPad, it had minimal air bubbles. Although there wasn't overwhelming instructions on how to apply the screen protector like some other brands, this was probably my worst experience with applying a screen protector. And I've been applying a few of them lately, so I'm almost a pro at this. So just bear that in mind if you choose to go with Super Shield. I spent a few minutes using the plastic business card that comes in the package to smooth out some of the air bubbles that I wasn't able to get out before the application process. After applying the screen protector, I will say that it is not as distorted and milky on the surface like Paperlike. Something about Paperlike, it just has a milky film on the top of it that no other screen protector I've ever used has ever had. And this one doesn't, which is nice. One thing that I noticed immediately when using the Apple Pencil on this screen protector is that it felt very toothy and grainy. And that's why I say it's like a sketchbook. It really has that sketchbook texture, which is great. But I had a bit of a hard time getting brush strokes to appear, especially when I was drawing with less pressure. I like to draw my work with an 18% opacity with a custom brush that I've created. So very light, and then I build up the lines over time the same way I would do in a sketchbook. And with this screen protector, it just was not happening. I had to take the opacity of the brush up to 50%, and at that point the lines are so dark that it doesn't allow me to build my lines up in my drawings. It also makes my brush strokes mimic a pen, resulting in brush strokes being dark and less controlled and even slippery. So if you're working on something and you're getting to the end of a digital painting, for example, you would have a hard time putting in some of those more subtle details because the screen protector doesn't really seem to pick up light strokes. You really have to press into the screen protector to get things to show up at lower opacities. At first, I thought it was a glitch with the Apple Pencil because if you are familiar with my track record with Paperlike, I have worn the Apple Pencil down like crazy, resulting in me thinking it may be me pressing too hard, but I've always worked with light lines in my work. When drawing at 18%, it just doesn't show up at all. It literally is as if I'm not drawing at all. I tried using other brushes with 18% opacity and it showed up, but these settings were much more sensitive, creating darker lines than I would have liked at the beginning of my drawing. It's a bittersweet moment because this definitely feels a lot more like drawing in a sketchbook with this toothy, grainy texture that I mentioned before that feels so familiar. But when it comes to using the Apple Pencil on this surface and how hard I would have to draw, it doesn't really give the same feeling of drawing. It felt like I was fighting the canvas to make these lines appear, and even though I have finally found a great sketchbook feel with this one, as well as Bellamond that I mentioned in another video, I cannot recommend this screen protector because of my specific workflow. If you apply more pressure to the Apple Pencil or don't mind the Apple Pencil feeling a bit more like a pen, then this option may be a no-brainer for you. Based on texture alone, personally, I really enjoyed the feeling of drawing with the screen protector, but it's ultimately not for me. Although Super Shield's screen protector claims to be scratch resistant, it does collect marks on the surface, but when you're using the cloth provided, it completely disappears, like they're not even there. I've tried using the cloth on Paperlike screen protector, and those scratches are still as deep and visible as ever. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but for some reason with Paperlike, your brush strokes, whether you're taking notes or drawing, don't disappear. Even if you have a light touch when drawing, they're still there. Note-taking and writing, you usually apply more pressure, however, and those marks are even more distracting and etched into the screen protector. And for those reasons, it's so hard for me to recommend Paperlike as well, adding that milky surface that collects every brush stroke and mark forever on your screen for you to see until you replace it. But even with the marks that Paperlike leaves behind, I have to give this one a Paperlike over Super Shield. I was counting the seconds until I could take the Super Shield screen protector off of my iPad. Even with Super Shield having 3 screen protectors in the package, I have no desire to ever place them on my iPad again. YouTube thinks that you're gonna like this video next. See you over there.